Today's guest is, he's the GOAT. He is an iconic comedian. He has a new tour going on right now called the Heaven on Earth Tour. He is labeled by many as an oracle, as the Black Crystal Ball, I've heard him called. I'm thankful that he came down from the clouds today to spend time with us. Today's guest is Mr. Katt Williams. What's up, man?
What's up, man? It's time. It's good to see good old Theo Von.
It's an honor,
The
man.
world loves you, you know?
Well, that's nice of you to say.
Before we go any further, you know who it is. Enlarge myself. I just wanted to get on here and do a little, reaction to Theo Von and Katt Williams interview. I love these two comedians. As we know, whenever Katt Williams come on the scene, he breaks the internet. It all started with Shannon Sharp's podcast. Now let's see what Theo Von comes up with alongside Katt Williams. And action.
Hey, I feel like I can't believe I'm around you, I think. You know, I feel like you seem like a mythical figure.
Right. Well,
you know, like Sasquatch or like a unicorn or something like that.
yeah, you'll still feel that way by the end. Like, I won't ruin that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the good thing about people like you and I. Like, if somebody thinks that they like us and they think they've made a connection with this person on the screen, when they're around us, it's legitimate because it was legitimate. You know what I mean? Like, if Theo Von wasn't successful, he doesn't have a different story.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's the same story. He lived that story. And that's why people gravitate to you, because there's nobody like you.
Well, thanks, man. I feel the same about you. I feel like everybody does.
And you have a statue of me at your house. So, you know.
So, yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, thank you for letting them even do that statue. What was that whole deal like with them, with Michael's? That's where I got mine at, was at Michael's.
Right. Yeah.
Did you do it wasn't a collab or what was it?
Nope.
Nope.
No, they just robbed my image and likeness because they could.
That's crazy.
Because they were doing it for religious purposes.
Oh, yeah.
I allowed it to be.
That ain't really Katt.
Well, thank you.
We wish you a Black Christmas.
Hey, man, look, I'd be honored to have one. I'd be honored to have one. Yeah, man, because when I met that guy there, he said, we got 2 left, man, you know, and there was 200 and one of them was marked down because they had a chip in it. But it's still, man, it's an honor. I keep it up in my house year round. And people walk in and they're like, no way, that's Katt Williams right there.
It is.
And it's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. You have a new tour, man. I know people talk about touring and comedy a lot, and I want to know what kind of keeps you still doing comedy. Like, because I think when we start out, maybe it's to be funny, and then some people get to this place where they want to have a message. Do you notice that kind of tone shift in your desire to do it over time?
I don't think so. Like, I always try to have a message, just because I enjoy the fact that while laughing and joking, you might learn something you didn't know and have gotten it from a comedian. And I kind of dig that. But everything else is just continuing this conversation with my fan base. Like, these are my friends that I haven't seen since the last time I was here. And here's our discussion furthering our relationship. So it hasn't felt much like work.
And it's the Heaven on Earth tour. Do you believe in heaven?
Absolutely. And earth.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair. Touche, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I first, because when I was growing up, we just had, you learned about heaven and stuff, but all the pamphlets or whatever I'd seen at church or anything, it always had, it was mostly white folks on it, right?
Right.
And then I went to a black church one time.
Yeah.
It was, I think it's called Greater Starlight Baptist Church. That was in our town. And
shout out to Greater Starlight Baptist.
oh yeah, it was nice in there. This was in Covington, Louisiana. Right. But yeah, they had
about 13 miles from Slidell.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Map Williams in the building,
Right,
baby.
right. Right.
But that's when I realized,
Don't make me go Gert.
Everybody's that's when I realized, everybody's going to be in heaven. That was the first time that I realized heaven was going to be very diverse. I'd never thought about it.
Right.
And it blew my mind. I was like, oh, wow, they're going to have black folks in heaven, Asian folks, all types of folks are going to be there, And
it's truly the only place that white people are a minority.
Yeah, huh?
Is in heaven. Just because thousands of years went with nobody getting to go.
Yeah.
Just because of fuck shit that they might not have even been involved in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know if I'm starting to look forward to it. I am excited about it.
Yeah.
But I guess I get caught up in like a lot of worldly stuff, like there's still things I want to do here, that type of thing,
Really?
Yeah.
You still got stuff you haven't done?
Like what?
Yeah, man. I got some things, some different things. I would like to write a book, I think.
Don't say what they are, but
Okay.
I'm saying just the fact that you got things that you're excited about doing, that's the joy of life. That's when you're living is so many. That's why it's so difficult for these super wealthy people to be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Like they can do everything else, but they can't fucking be.
That's a very interesting topic because for Theo Von to be as successful as he is, and he's done damn near everything, right? But he still has stuff that excites him about life. That's awesome. That's awesome. Being rich, a lot of people don't, have that desire still. They've already experienced every fucking thing. You know what I mean? And we're in a different time. He says he wants to write a book, so it's like, AI can write your fucking book, bruh. But, it's just interesting.
Be happy because they've lived all their dreams. They got everything they were trying to get. They wake up and they can't score a touchdown no matter what. It's a terrible life. But guys like you and I that still got stuff to try and taste and, things to feel and people to be around, like it gives life a wonderful meaning.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is something that, like, if I stay kind of motivated and I have a plan a little bit, it keeps me a lot more like, okay, I want to do this. I still want to try that. Yeah. And I start to think, man, I'm running out of time too. If you really like to taste different things and smell different flowers and, and see what's in different gardens and stuff, then you start to run out of time.
No.
You don't think?
No, because you had to be in the position that you're in now for you to be able to make some of these things happen. Couldn't have done them at 34 or 24 or 14 because circumstantially you weren't ready. You weren't ready financially. You didn't have the time. You didn't know that's what you wanted to do. Now at this place is when you can make those things happen. Like you can do everything on that list of yours in 2025 with no fucking sweat. And your biggest problem in 26 is I gotta have a new list. Yeah, time is one of the main things that's made up.
Yeah, you think?
I know.
So it's just used as like a mechanism to what? Limit our thinking?
Well, don't say limit. You said that you like this thing because it gives control and it puts things in its place, and that's what time does for us, so that we're able to keep track, you know. But the less you deal with time, you realize you have the right amount of time to do everything you got to do every day.
Boom.
24 hours. And you could make it an adventure every fucking day. Like, hey, I could die tomorrow. What would that mean I would need to be doing today? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not looking at it like, oh, I'm running out of time. No. Dead people ran out of time.
Yeah.
Everybody else alive. You got 30 swim trunks. Do that for me. You don't know
How you
to
gonna
swim.
say you got 30 swim trunks, but you ain't never been in the ocean, Joe Rogan? Bro,
Yeah.
thank you for having a good sense of humor, man.
That's what I am. I am a good sense of humor.
Yeah, sometimes we forget about that along the way, man. You are.
Right.
How long you want to live for it then, you think, Katt? You got to check out, when you ever think about it?
I was promised that I won't have to deal with that. So I don't consider it. I do know that, yeah, I don't have any things that I have to do in order to go out the way I would like. So that's a blessing, and about one of the best you can get, you know, is being okay with the body of work and the legacy and the feelings and the emotions that you left, you know, and I still haven't done my best, like comedically. Like, I'm still not
Really?
my funniest. Like, I'm still not working hard enough. Like, I'm still not, I still haven't made a complete package of myself yet. So,
Do you think some comedians start to feel like they have and that's a trap? Or do
most comedians have, though. Yeah. I'm saying that becomes part of the career, is the fact that a lot of guys that are doing comedy right now were funny from 1995 to 2004. They're still working.
Yeah.
They're still generating income. But their best comedy is long behind them. They're not that comedian that was thinking something was funny and writing it down and figuring a way to get this to the people. And so, yeah, it happens.
What sidetracks comedians? I guess it could be all types of things, huh? What sidetracks them from maybe fulfilling their
Excellence is difficult, but to be mediocre, it's no pressure. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you don't feel like you have to be the funniest person that this crowd has seen tonight, then you don't. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's gonna jam you up about it. They'll go, oh, you were funny. And for a lot of people, that's enough.
How do you pick you've had a lot of openers, like I've met a lot of your openers over the years here and there. How do you choose them, man? How do you choose these guys or women? You need a lighter?
Whether you're, no, I have no needs. I apologize.
No needs.
I choose them based upon whether their point of view is unique to them. Like, I don't care what a comedian's talking about. That's your business. I don't care what jokes you're making or how your set flows. But are you telling a story about you? can people see this 8 minutes, 12 minutes you're gonna do and know you and have a chance to like you? If you do that, then you can open for me, because my allegiance is to the people out there in those seats. And I want them to see the very best comedians that I can possibly bring, somebody they'll enjoy, whether they're male or female or white or black. Just do they come to work? Yeah. Do they have a show for you? You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I care about.
Yeah, I think when I was getting into comedy in the beginning, I wanted people to know me, right? Like I like the jokes, and I want them to laugh and feel good and see different ways that maybe I think and stuff, but I wanted to sell myself. That's what I always thought, I think.
Yeah.
When I first started, I didn't think I don't want you to remember one joke. I want you to remember me, right? Like I felt like this desperate.
That's a star, though. See, you knew that you would be a star. That's different than a performer. A performer is based upon the act. What I'm saying is magicians ain't shit unless they doing magic.
Yeah.
Right?
If I see them bitches, yeah, I feel.
Right.
Bro, come on. Yeah.
But a true comedian is above the comedy material. The jokes are secondary. We like this guy, and we want to hear what this guy has chosen to say to us about the topics of his choosing.
That's who you are.
You know what I mean? That's who you are.
That's who you are, Katt.
Yeah, well, takes one to know one.
Yeah, you grew up in Ohio, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you grow up by Dave Chappelle? You guys grew up near each other.
Dave Chappelle's not even from Ohio.
Isn't he? I thought he's from Dayton.
I'm from Dayton.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Chappelle's from D.C.
Oh, damn, my bad. Sorry.
No problem.
So, but he lives in Dayton now, though.
He has he owns probably $5 million worth of property out there.
Dang.
He's done really well for our Dayton, Ohio.
They got a beautiful museum out there I went to.
Dayton's a wonderful place.
They have the Air Force Museum, I think it is, out there.
Yeah. Because we have Wright-Patterson Air Force Base that we're very, very proud of. And
it's awesome. Yeah, they have, I think Fat Man and Little Boy are in there. Is it the plane that dropped, there's a planes that dropped the bombs on, I want to say it's Pearl Harbor in there, maybe?
Hiroshima.
It could be Hiroshima.
I'm going to grab some water real quick.
Little Boy and Fat Man.
There we are.
Yeah, that's what Rogan named his the rooms of his comedy club after.
He certainly did. The mothership.
Yeah, they really get it over there.
You feeling the pressure?
Of this interview?
No, of Austin.
Of moving there?
Is Austin calling you?
A little bit.
Are they trying to put pressure on you?
A little bit. I didn't, like at first I wanted to do my own thing, like a lot of people were moving there.
Yeah.
But now when I'm there, it just feels like it's a fun energy.
It is.
And there's people on stage, and you can go up and down that 6th Street, and you can do 5 or 6 sets in a night. I mean, that's a lot of practice, and it's probably within 800 footsteps or whatever.
Yeah.
So that to me seems really remarkable. What's on the new tour? What's it like? Like, what's it like to still go out there? What's it like to do you do in the round? What's your show like? I haven't been to a Katt Williams show.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And what a blessing. You know what I mean?
That's true. I still have it to look forward to.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just learned we got plenty of time, you know? But it's like I don't know. It's like a festival for laughs and good energy. And there are different comedians before it gets to me. And so you get a chance to get an overview of some of the greatest comedians around the country and get a chance to see them. And it's hosted by Monique, and Monique is a super large figure in comedy. And
Love Monique.
she has a great presence. And then after all of said and done, then I come out and I congregate with the people for an hour. And yeah, the best thing I think is probably the fact that you've gotten your money's worth twice before I get on stage.
Amen.
And I think that's the part I'm probably proudest of.
Yeah. Were you? What do you bring with you on the road? Somebody said you bring a Cybertruck. Is that true?
Yes. That's my work truck.
I have a Cybertruck. That's why I was just curious what you thought about it.
When I'm home on the ranch, that's my farm truck. I love it. Like,
It's fun. It feels like you're driving an email, kind of.
a what?
It feels like you're driving an email. That's what I feel like sometimes. It just feels like I'm in the future. Like you could floor it and just
Yeah, it does feel like a UFO.
yeah. Like you'll put the gas on Monday, like you'll floor it and you'll fucking when it stops, it's fucking Thursday right there. It's like it just has like a I don't know.
Yeah, it's a unique experience, you know? Like,
Have you met him? Have you met Elon before?
no, I don't generally enjoy the company of billionaires.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I know any good billionaires.
Well, it's not that they're not good, but I'm saying I don't need to be reminded of my inadequacies, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. What you do for fitness, man? What's your fitness regime like? You got a regime each day or what's that like?
the ladies keep me fit. I'm heavy in sexual relations, and so
Oh yeah.
that keeps you pretty fit.
Oh yeah.
I got a cold plunge and a jacuzzi and a sauna that I do pretty ritualistic. I've never been a gym guy. I got 2 torn rotator cuffs, so that
Oh
kind of
damn, both them bitches gone, huh?
Yeah. So golf is basically how I
Jeez.
stay where I'm trying to be. But I've never been 7 pounds under or over in my life.
You that middle
My
dog
adult, like I'm at 150. You know.
on the dime, baby. He'll show up.
Yeah.
He'll fucking checkmate a scale, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I like, what have I been doing recently? Swimming. Oh, there's you playing golf right there. Damn, cat out
Hell of a
there.
swing.
Right. So, you know, if you can get 222 without your arms ever going above your head and do it consistently where it always ends up in the fairway, you're hitting, you know, 14, 16 of 18 in the fairway. You know, then you can play the game a little better.
Banging out there, yeah.
Well,
You can't get them arms off. I guess at a certain point, your arms don't need to go that high in there anyway, though. I'm trying to think of what I...
well, it would certainly give me
Yeah.
more yards
More leverage,
and
I guess.
a fuller thing. It's
Yeah.
More
just
range.
the rotator cuffs don't allow it. So I started golfing with these 80-year-old guys that,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Them bitches, you gotta wait. You gotta...
like they can barely get out the car, but
Yeah.
then they come out there and outdrive you. Every shot is better than your, like, so they taught me how to play golf under restraint so as to not hurt myself, you know? So,
And how'd you bang them cuffs up? What happened, you think?
what you mean?
How'd you,
Oh, I was
you
in
swimming?
I was in the midst of a push-up contest.
no way. You blew them out.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I was probably at 200. I was doing too much.
You did 200 push-ups?
Yeah. Yeah, and tore the cuffs both at the
Damn, you ripped both them bitches, man.
Damn.
God damn, boy, you better fucking pull up at a Jiffy Lube and get well, buddy.
I
Hey,
understand the guy I'm going against, because the way it worked is
Yeah.
you could do as many as you wanted. When you stop, it's my go, and I got a match. You know what I mean? So
You took it to the limits, huh?
he was a horse.
You took it to the limits, man.
Holy
Yeah, maybe
shit.
you could probably do some swimming safely. Maybe I could see you getting.
Oh, I'm
up.
an avid water. Yeah, like
You
I'm in the water
huh?
probably more than.
You that dark
Most.
koi, baby. You out there?
I love the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pray underwater, like, because evil can't access you underwater.
Now, that's what I was waiting to hear, because that's what I have on my thumbnail for this video. This is a live reaction for me. I haven't watched this yet, so I wanted to do a stream of it, but YouTube said, fuck you. But anyway, I love YouTube. This is not a diss to YouTube, but that is a very interesting statement. What do y'all think of that? Leave some comments below on what you think of that if you get this far in the video. Also, like, share, subscribe, and share some thoughts. All right, let's get back into it.
You know,
Oh, that's
a
interesting.
lot of people don't know.
Evil can't access
Is
you
that true?
underwater.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
Maybe that's why a child is an amniotic fluid, huh?
yeah, like water's super powerful, like a living being. I'm sure that soon in the future they will confirm for us that water is a sentient being, and that
Man, that's gonna be if they do that.
Well, that's why all throughout history there was always gods of water, just because it's such a powerful force. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. God is great.
Yeah, I have a trouble out there. I think I'm just not the best swimmer, man. I don't like to swim cap either. I never liked putting that cap on. That just was not something that was my vibe,
What do you mean by not a good swimmer?
I don't like it, man. I don't like being out in there. I'm kind of a land dog. I like being on land. I respect water too much. I think I get too scared in it.
Yeah.
That's it. I get scared in it.
Yeah, you have to have a real respect for it, no matter what. Like on a boat or regardless. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those crazy things that it's beautiful and wonderful and it sustains life, but it has 1,000 ways to kill you.
Yeah.
And it houses the scariest in the whole world.
Yeah, I just get nervous.
Yeah. But what are you like in a jacuzzi though?
I'm pretty chill, I think. I'm okay in a jacuzzi, but even then, if nobody's around,
Yeah.
I just don't know if I trust myself or not to like.
Yeah.
If I'm even driving through a long puddle, I'll look at my watch and make sure everything's all right. I just get.
But you had a drowning incident in your past?
I think I've just had some probably nervous experiences with it, man. We used to have a neighbor, and this guy was probably. I don't know if he had like one of them big bathtubs they had at their house, and they would he would make us play Navy or something. He's probably a gay guy, but we didn't know, right? But he would have us playing Navy and shit.
You have more than 6 of those stories, so you can't claim it now.
Yeah, we had, but he'd have us play, but it was just like a lot of.
It was a guy had you looking in buttholes. So I'm saying,
Yeah, we've had some fucking wild neighbors, bro.
some of these guys were for certain gay.
I don't know if they was gay. I don't know if they
I'm not sure what they were. We're sure what they were. You just made it through all the gauntlets, like as a participant.
Oh yeah, bro. I put a juke on a nutsack. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Give me my $4.
Bro, we grew up just had a.
Oh man, wouldn't that be great if these two just had a podcast that they did? Like, this shit would be crazy, bro. It would be crazy. Speaking of scares with water, I know some people that had some very important people in their lives that died from being overtaken by the water. So it's a very sad experience hearing about people that you love have lost loved ones due to drowning against their own will. It's not like they wanted to commit suicide or something like that. The water just kind of took them away. Even if they wanted to commit suicide, that's very sad, of course. We're not taking any weight off of those types of situations, but when you're just going in that water to have fun and you don't come back out, I can't even imagine, man. I can't even imagine. So, hey, condolences.
But back then they had this more pedophiles and wildness, I think, back then, man. People wouldn't, now it's all documented, you know?
Right.
But back then it was just, people was more, you know. I remember we had a guy, one basketball coach had been like kind of tickling the kids a lot, right? And then the other guy called him and he said, hey, if you keep...
You said that so naturally. You said that so naturally. Like, that's a thing that coaches can find themselves dealing with.
He trying to get that 3-pointer out of you, bro. He trying to
Oh.
But they had, but they called him and said, hey, they said, Mr. Sharp, you said, you can't...
He's legitimately got Katt Williams laughing, though. Like, how often do we see Katt Williams laugh at someone else's jokes? Like, I don't think I ever really see that happen too often. Like, a legitimate laugh.
If you keep tickling a kid, you can't coach him no more. But that was it. There wasn't like a lawsuit or anything. It was just more, you know, stern activity. Don't do it. Don't do it like that. But we had, I mean, I don't fucking know, man. What were we talking about? Oh, swimming people. Swimming, man. Yeah, I think I just get too nervous in water. I know it's too powerful. That's what I know.
Yeah.
I know it's way more powerful than I am, man.
Yeah.
But it's so funny, because I could see you, man. I think sometimes if I think about you like, I could see you having like a show at a SeaWorld or something like that, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Matt, like cat.
No. It'll be a one night only.
But still.
Because I'm letting everybody out.
Oh, you free, bro.
Like, this is wrong.
You free.
Like I'm black. I'm not going to stand here in front of a prison and do a show.
You freeing all the black fish on everything.
All the fish.
Every fish in the ocean, bro. Free Nemo, bro, till it's backwards, man.
I don't know what happened yesterday. Everyone's gone.
Dude, if they had one...
Theo is ridiculous. He's ridiculous.
If they had one night, though,
yeah,
I'm talking a $320 ticket. It's a pricey ticket, but it's a one night only. Katt Williams and the Whales, baby.
Right.
Cat, fish.
I got you.
People, bro. It'd be unprecedented, man.
Hold on, man.
You know?
Let's not act like that's not valid. Like, that's fucking valid, bro. Catfish. That's valid as fuck, yo.
Indeed,
it would be unprecedented. People would love it, man.
I think people are loving the fact that you're sharing new stories.
Thanks, man.
Right.
Yeah,
So get back to the guy in his big bathtub.
Oh, yeah. Roy was his name, right?
Roy.
And he ended up in the military. But at the time, nobody knew that. You know, we were just children, and he was... and he got a whistle or something. Somebody bought him a whistle. And so he would just have us like do these like little games or whatever, you know. And so I don't know if kids were violent during that, or sometimes people would be aggressive or something, but I think maybe that made me nervous about water. My sister almost drowned one time. I thought she did drown. She didn't, but she almost drowned once. So I think just stuff like that. We would go swim in a river and there weren't a lot of lifeguards. So I think that's super scary because, you know, you get caught with a current or something, it's just real, it can be a lot, you know?
Which river?
The river we were at, I think it was probably part of the Chafuncta, like a little tributary of it.
Dirty water?
Yeah.
That's scary too.
Yeah. Yeah, so just that kind of atmosphere, I guess, maybe. Trying to think what made me so scared. And you know what? I don't know if I knew how to swim that great. You got your Funk the River. I don't know if I knew how to swim that great, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think, yeah, people could. I would love to see you do a water show of some sort one day if you ventured out to that sort of thing.
I appreciate the fact that you're giving me ideas of
Yeah.
things that are unprecedented.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, man.
Nobody else has a water show. I love it.
This episode is sponsored by Prize Picks. Do you love firing on sports? Pew, pew. Well, Prize Picks is the best daily fantasy sports app for you. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. You can fire on all your favorite sports like the NBA, NFL, UFC, and many more. Instead of choosing teams, you choose individual players. Each player has a set projection, and you either choose more or less than that set projection. That's what I like about it. That's what makes it so unique. For example, if you think Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for more than 17 completions, you'd pick more. If you think Jalen Hurts is going to launch more than 22 comps, you'd pick more. If you're smart with sports and you know what players are going to perform on what nights, Prize Picks is the best app for you. With the Super Bowl on the horizon, now is the time to get in on Prize Picks. On top of the Play $5, Get $50 offer for all new users with code Theo, the Prize Picks group will also have a free pick live for the Super Bowl. That's right, get a free pick that you can add to your lineup. Now's the best time to get in. Use that promo code Theo and cash in those free picks on top of that. Thank you, Prize Picks. If you love Bitcoin or you're looking to get in crypto, then I've got the right thing for you. I've got what you need. It's MoonPay. That's what I'm introducing you to. It's the easy way to buy or sell crypto using the payment methods you already feel comfortable with. Credit card, debit, PayPal, and even Venmo. Crypto's been on a tear. And if you're thinking about diving into that digital treasure chest, MoonPay's got your back. MoonPay isn't just another player. They've got the experience to make buying crypto as smooth as a freshly paved road. Thank you, MoonPay. I've had my ups and downs with crypto. Once I got so hooked, I was checking prices more and I couldn't even feed my damn baby. I was just too busy checking prices and charts. I sold it all a few times, but like a boomerang, I'm back, thanks to MoonPay. Using MoonPay's app is simpler than a one-string guitar, and it's available on iPhone and Android, so you can always have MoonPay in your pocket. So if you're looking to get into crypto, there's no better place than MoonPay. Head over to moonpay.com/THEO, or you can access them in any of your favorite crypto wallets such as Exodus, Phantom, MetaMask, or Trust Wallet. This is not financial advice, I want to remind you. Trading crypto carries risks, and you could lose your investment. MoonPay is here to facilitate, just like I am, not to advise. Anywhere worth going is worth going in good boots. Find your perfect pair with Tecovas. Tecovas crafts quality Western boots for everyone, from generational ranchers and lifelong cowboys to first-time boot
My bad, guys.
buyers. Born in Texas in 2015, Tecovas makes it easy for anyone to find their perfect boot. Every one of Tecovas' boot. Tecovas.com/Theo. See site for details. Tecovas. Point your toes west.
I could have sped it up, but
Were you affected by the
Whatever.
fires, Kat? Do y'all have any damage?
I felt like everybody in my work life lived in the Palisades. Like, yeah, it's massive gut punch. Just the lives and economies of people that have been destroyed. But this is how life operates, you know. It's very humbling.
Yeah, I
For there
agree.
to be thousands of homeless millionaires, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so surprising, man. I had a friend, I was talking to him. He said, hey, do you want me to go to your apartment and get I got a Jeep Cherokee out here. So you want me to go get it in case the winds change it? And I said, I think it's going to be okay. And I said, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm going to an audition. And it was just so wild that you had places that were completely disappear off the earth. Right. And then you have a guy who's going to an audition at the same time, you know? Just that there's so many things happening at once in this. It's like part of it is so affected and some of it is unaffected, you know? Kind of just was a dichotomy.
Yeah, I feel that way every time I watch international news. You know what I mean? If you watch another country's news and see all of the stuff that they're going through that we never hear about or know about, or it's crazy. LA is just so massive of a city, you know?
Yeah, it's like a state almost in a way.
Right, like LA is like a collection of 100 cities, you know, that make this.
That's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
With Hollywood and Encino and Beverly Hills and all Compton, Gardena, and Inglewood and
Torrance.
Hawthorne and Torrance and the city of
Manchester.
Commerce, and all of these places are fingers and pieces of the body that is LA. So there's no way for 6 or 7 of those parts to be going through pain and the body to be okay. But by the same token, it has to be. You know what I mean? Like, if you break your finger, the rest of your fingers still got work to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, sometimes I think about what it would be like if I were like another ethnicity, you know? You ever imagine like that? Like if you was an Asian guy?
Never.
Like if you could handle it?
no,
Never.
You ever had dreams like that where you're Asian?
I'm not sure if you have those when you're black. Like,
Yeah, like who has those when you're black anyway?
I'm saying I was born black, so I was born a superior being, a superb specimen, if you will, as far as human creations are concerned. So I never wanted to be anything other than that. I wanted to know how other people felt. So I didn't,
But you never like thought I want to be that.
no,
Yeah.
Never.
no. But
Pause real quick. I'm gonna attest to that as a black man. I never in my motherfucking life felt like I wanted to be somebody else. Despite the hardships, the atrocities, the adversity, I never wanted to be another race. Ever.
But maybe some of that is because I didn't think that was possible. I didn't see it from a negative perspective. I saw it
Loved being black.
from a positive perspective.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm in the driver's seat. Yeah, it'd be cool to be a passenger, but I like the seat I'm in. That makes sense?
yeah, I didn't think that Chinese people were having more fun or doing
Yeah.
better things, or I thought they were doing different things. And
Yeah, they're doing fine.
yeah, and I was interested in knowing what those were, but it never dawned on me that they might be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I had I had white friends that were admirable, but I didn't imagine being white, and I didn't think that they imagined being black, I guess, either. But
Yeah.
you have a great imagination, which is what makes you world class, you know? Like, you have to have that. Because I heard you tell the story of, you know, I know the stories.
Yeah, I think because I think about that a lot. I guess of what it would be like to be different ethnicities if I could handle it. You know, if I would think it was fun.
I don't think that you would be as different from yourself as you
Or as a white guy.
as you imagine that you would be.
Oh, you would just be kind of the same, but just in different shades.
Right. What I'm saying is, I don't think that you because
So you think the thoughts and all are kind of the same? Then you think, like that's
I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain that you, as a black guy, are also not the norm. You're not.
yeah.
You're
I could do it. I think,
kind
man.
of a singular. Yeah, you can.
Okay, I would like, you know, if they ever, or I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to culture vulture or whatever, but I would like if they ever give you, if they do, you know, if they let people, if I get to do reincarnation, I would put in an application. I know that.
Okay, so let's work this out. Let's work this out because if reincarnation is real,
Holy shit.
you have some say in it, right?
Well, that's right, because you probably get to apply or talk to the manager.
I'm saying there's nobody else's opinion that will be more valued than yours, right? So let's decide.
Yeah.
So where are you coming back? What do you want to try first?
I would ethnicity. You mean?
Don't go right to black.
Okay, I won't. I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait at least a round or whatever. I will do. I don't know if I. What I do? I don't. Asian seems so. It feels like you could. It feels easy to do, kind of. I hate to say that. It just seems.
Yeah, that's racist.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yes, I said it. Asian people. Oh, I would be Mexican. Mexican seems cool. You're kind of almost you're like a little black or whatever,
Right.
but you're just
Right. What was his name? That came in your
I think
school?
Theo can pass for Mexican.
Oh,
No,
nuh-uh.
the first Mexican.
No, the first Mexican that we ever had in our school.
Not Constantine.
No,
It was
Nicholas.
Nicholas. Yeah. Right. You're right. So you at least have some experience.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you could show up, you know, and you could be a hero and
Yeah.
not get ahead of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I would
could
go
be
easy into it.
Hispanic.
I wouldn't let anybody know that had been there, that I was, it was my first time. You know, I think you'd have to be, because sometimes I believe you have first times as a human even. Like you meet some people and it's like, oh, this is this person's first time being a human. Soul. Like this is
Right.
Interesting.
This is a damn newborn, you know?
Right.
And then you meet some people, you're like, damn, this person is a sensei. This person has been.
They've been here
Right.
before.
They've been here
Right.
before.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't go do black
That's
first, man.
deep
I
as
wouldn't.
fuck.
Yeah, I would definitely
Yeah.
keep that
Nah,
for like
man, we're not gonna sleep on Theo, bro. Let's not sleep on Theo, bro. He's a deep motherfucker. All right.
or I would. Yeah, I would try. I would be honored to do it if they let me do it. That's what I would say.
I don't speak for the entire delegation, but
And I would do my best, man.
we would be again as a black guy, we would be honored to have you come through
Apply.
our path. And the only reason I said don't do it first is just because there are certain things that go along with it that you just don't know how you would handle it, you know?
Yeah.
Until you got the dick of a horse. And then you just got to figure this thing out. Like,
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, you got a parallel park, even probably tougher.
you know, everything is different.
A little bit different, I'm sure.
Wow.
But yeah, it'd be. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go. I would like to. Especially if I got to bring a friend, I would definitely do it, man. If I could.
You don't get to bring a friend.
Ooh,
Why would you
You
want to
make
do that?
new friends with each of the, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I know. See, I want to just
Right,
have
you-
some safety. You know, same reason I don't want to be in the water.
Safety.
You know, it's just when I feel risk, it makes me. I think it makes me feel nervous. You know.
Right, but nervousness was created for that. That's nervousness is a good thing. You're supposed to feel that, but that doesn't dictate whether you continue. And if you can get a hold of that, understanding that nervousness doesn't mean stop. The yellow light doesn't mean stop. The yellow light means be cautious, right? And so when you feel those nerves, understand those nerves mean, okay, don't fuck around.
Right.
But you can still enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to get you closer to the water in 2025. And we're going to deal with some of these ethnic
blockages, maybe.
I don't think they're blockages. You're very open-minded.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, they're not blockages. Yeah, just
you're not dealing with blockage. You're dealing with an uncertainty as to who you are in the universe and whether or not you belong in the places you feel like you.
Man, that's interesting. That is kind of how I feel.
Yeah, because it's like Theo want to be black so bad, bro. Every time he get an opportunity to say it, he said, I want to be black. I want to be black. Hey, I'm not mad at Theo. If I was Theo, I would want to be black too. Fuck it. You know? But you got to, like Katt said, you got to know what the fuck you signing up for, brother. All right? All right.
Feel. Yeah, because I'm always thinking of what this other thing would be like, kind of.
Right. Right. Because,
I never really thought about it like that.
I don't believe this is your home planet, you know?
Do you believe that most of the people here that are living right now, that this is their home planet?
No. No.
So you feel like there's more that you feel like we're maybe a species from somewhere else that's been kind of that landed here or that got.
All of the religions tell the same story, and all of the stories are started up there and then end up down here and then continue, and there's a reason for that, I believe.
Do you feel like this is like a place we're supposed to learn something? Do you feel like it's a place that we're kind of just spending time?
An experience, a destination. You and I are at an age where we remember when the video game experience wasn't what it is now. It was still a game, like Monopoly or something, you know? Where it is now, it's a whole different universe that you can live inside from your Xbox or your PlayStation. And in Call of Duty, you're an actual soldier and you get kills and deaths and eliminations. And when you then cross over to the PGA game, you have your actual golfer that looks like you and has the name you gave him, and he's really gonna go out there and do this 18 on Whistling Straight. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Then I go and get in my Podium 1 sim racer and I pick the car of my choice, and I'm an actual racer. So those experiences located in that console, that's this experience here on Earth that we're all able to share. And that's what would make that reincarnation possible. It just means, yesterday I played that game, and today I'm logging in this experience. And so, yeah, certainly a universal college, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I forget. I get caught up in the minutia of things, you know, and I forget to kind of have this bigger breath of like, this is an experience. It's not a sentence.
An experience in which you're winning,
Right.
and an experience in which you're in a better position than others who have been in this same. You are excelling in a life in which you very well could have turned out to be nothing,
Yeah.
or another statistic, or just another forgotten body in a ditch. And those were the hazards, right?
Yeah.
And you, Theo Von, made it through all of that and negated all of those horrific possibilities and are here in this position, the best you've ever been, you know? And those are the facts. And if we tell ourselves more of the facts in our head, then we don't hear so much negative, you know?
If we try and just focus on telling ourselves the facts.
Yeah, of how good we're doing. Like, we're much too hard on ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I feel that all the time, man.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know any other way to be almost sometimes. Like, not in a bad way, but yeah, I feel like it's this constant sentence. You know, like I feel like there's always been this to-do list that I don't even make. And it's just
Right.
always been there. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah,
That's how I feel all the time.
right.
Like, whew, I got to do, you know, still have to prove it, you know, a constant of approving.
All winners have that disease. It's self-inflicted. It's for you. It's you doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that harsh management. It's what gets you to the point that you're at. But if you have animals, you know that a relationship doesn't do good with just control words, just sit and stay. And there needs to be a connection fostered, and treats are the best thing for learning, you know? And so treat yourself with those type of things as well. Like, don't forget to remind yourself of all of the people that you tell stories about, and the fact that that was it for them. That little piece of the story you told, like, they didn't get better.
Right.
Like, they didn't then change some stuff and go, like,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, who was like a role model when you were growing up? Where do you think you got some of your own influences from? Do you think it was from people like actually humans in the world, or do you feel like you had kind of like divine thoughts that came into your head, or guidance? Like, where did that kind of stuff affect you, like when you were younger, do you feel like?
I got it all from books. Like, I got it all from books. Like,
What are you smoking, Katt? Sir? Brother?
You smoking?
If it's not pot, I can smoke it.
It's right. He said, if it's not pot, I can smoke it. Yeah, it's for certain pot.
Oh, it is?
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
if you needed a cigarette, you could have one.
Yeah, I might have a cigarette with you, man.
Sure. What you're getting ready to have is not even available in this place that we live in. I mean,
What?
California. L.A.? Yeah.
Oh, they don't have Newports here?
Yeah, they're not allowed to do
Wow.
menthols. So racist.
Yeah, it's weird. You can burn down a whole town, but you can't have a Newport.
Right. Right. And your blackness begins.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Yes, sir.
He
Sorry.
about black as hell right now. He the blackest he ever been with that goddamn Newport in his mouth, boy. Newport shorty. Hey, man. I'm proud of Theo. Hey, man. Listen. let's congratulate Theo Von on becoming a black man for a split second in time. All right. Now bring on the oppression.
Was that it?
I love that a lot.
Yes, sir.
We had some cool black kids growing up in our area, bro.
Right. Your basketball team picture is just so wonderful.
Oh, thanks, man. Cal Jackson on there, Don Galadis, he had a child. Number 34 of our basketball picture. We had a lot of good kids in there, man.
Right.
Shout out James Gray. His dad ran a tire place. He was in there. There's Vincent. He got all the ladies. Vincent, dude. And Johnny, that's Big Johnny. He was damn 11 feet tall, baby. He had birds living on his shoulders, baby. He was up there.
Look,
We had a lot of cool kids in our area.
that's how we know everything is perception for you. You know what I mean? Because you gave two whole different sizes for two niggas that's the same size. you can see they ain't the same size in the picture. You know? That he doesn't let that change his story. One of them was 7'7". He was bigger than all the trees. The other one was 6'1". Here they are together.
Bro, Johnny was so tall, he had windows on the side of his head, man. He was tall, man. He was,
No, you were kneeling down.
yeah, countless stories. Yeah, I might have been. That's true. You're right. I was kneeling down, man.
Yeah, but these experience, like, no matter what, like, that dude number 34, like, we want to hear his stories.
Yeah.
Like, we know he's got stories, and we want to know if he'll tell the stories. And the fact that that's what you do is why.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for the nice words. I appreciate it. You do a great job too, man. Thank you for all the joy over the years. You just bought a military base, is that right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Formerly Fort McClellan.
Wow.
Fort McClellan. And was it an active base till recently, or?
I think it decommissioned in 1999.
What's it like over there?
Magnificent. It's going to be one of the greatest things that I personally have ever done. But it's
This is it?
that's the front side of the beginning of the campus, which is 30 buildings. Wow. 3 million indoor square feet. 4.5 miles of roads. Like, you know, we got the best parts of the base. They had chemical testing and stuff. We don't have those parts of the base. That's the Department of Homeland Security. But yeah, we just have a wonderful, blessed base at the foothills of the mountains, and it's really magical. And I was able to see what Tyler Perry was able to do with 200 or 300 acres and a military base. And
Yeah, it's amazing.
And how you could make a movie studio out of that. And so, yeah,
It's unbelievable.
It hit the news recently, but I purchased it a couple years back. Yeah, I've had it, so we've been working.
Was that a tough step to like take that? Like, okay, we can get this and we can do this. Like, did you reach out to Tyler Perry? Because I know he has, like, in Atlanta, he has an amazing space. He may have many spaces now. This was 3 years ago. I went to a space there to train.
That's so impressive, man. Katt Williams is one of those people who has so much dedication and drive that you won't know until you know. You know, based off his work ethic, you think he's at his peak until you find out something else about him. like the fact that he can run as fast as one of those professional athletes. He always helps people. Everybody in the industry has a story of him helping them, just giving money or giving advice, giving time. Like even somebody from my city, a well-known doctor from the city of Detroit, like she does doctor things. I don't really know exactly the title, but he gave her some money to start a franchise. And she started that franchise, and her life has been changed ever since. And there's just countless stories like that throughout Katt Williams' career. And I applaud him for being a stand-up guy and always reaching for something that's high, reaching for a higher objective. It's very inspiring.
For something, and it was unbelievable.
No. I wasn't looking then or now for assistance. Like we can do this. I just needed to be able to have a home where great movies and entertainment product could be made without any of the shenanigans that are generally involved with Hollywood, and be able to crank them out. And that all it needs to do is be good. If it's good, we're going to make it. And so even though it might have appeared from interviews of me that, this guy just loves tearing people apart, really, we're trying to create something where it can provide a platform for a lot of people to show what they do. So, yeah.
So it'd be a place where you could make other people's kind of dreams come true, like with film, television, that sort of thing.
Right, where you can just basically have a great script and a great cast and leave your troubles at the door and walk out with the movie.
Hell yeah.
In the can. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I like that. I like that,
is.
doing things yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, because they'll let the comedy movie industry die if we allow it. You know what I mean? And nobody in the fan base ever said, hey, we don't want any more funny movies.
Yeah.
Nobody said that. None of the fans ever were like, hey, we're tired of laughing at the movies. Yeah, boo to the No one ever said that. They just decided, we make more money in the superhero action department. Let's just do all those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it'll just take for somebody in the comedy sphere to start producing funny shit, and there we go again.
Do you already have projects kind of on tap?
Yeah, we got a slate. Well, I'm not allowed to really answer that question, but yeah, like it's a great location where it is. Like it's an hour and a half from Atlanta or less. It's 45 minutes from Birmingham. And I love that area, and they're so thirsty to be involved. You know that. We have equal thirst. So everybody wants it to work, and so it will. Yeah.
Amen. Dude, that's exciting, huh?
It is.
Will you have your hand in on most of the projects, kind of? Like, or is that a weird question?
It's kind of not necessary for how it's set up. It's set up in much of the way the grocery store is set up. So my job is just to make sure that all of the food that we sell in this grocery store belongs in this grocery store. You see what I'm saying? Is it a good quality? Oh, we'll get it in there. The people will want to see that. Yeah, they'd love that. Yeah, the cherry plums. Yeah, they'd love that, And once that barrier is crossed, then we're just trying to make the best project for you. and to make your smaller budget be able to compete with the larger budgets.
Yeah, because comedy, you don't need the really big budget either.
It just needs to be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
It needs to be funny, but it also can't be under budgeted though. See, it can't.
It's got to be professional.
Yeah, it cannot look cheap, regardless, which means it can't be. And that goes to the equipment and to the lighting, and that's why you need hundreds of acres of space to be able to have all of what we're having. Like they're building an amphitheater, and we have sound stages and a whole auditorium, and
Hell yeah.
it's
That's
pretty nice.
instead of seeing if you have the cards, that's owning the deck, really. Like instead of waiting to get dealt the cards, that's like saying it's just saying you're gonna make sure that things can happen.
It's like you having a podcast. It's like it's almost a no-brainer. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's something you can pull off. It's something that you're invested in. It's something you do well. And so it's that part.
Hey there, this episode's coming at you courtesy of Blinds.com. Window treatments? They ain't just about keeping your nosy neighbor Todd from peeking in.
I have wives, but no.
Yeah. EO at manscaped.com. Happy Valentine's Day. What, are you married or not, Katt?
I have wives, but no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a happy man.
Yeah, sometimes I've been thinking a lot about getting married, but I don't know if sometimes it's like an outside pressure that I feel, or if it's just like something I would like to have that family, like that. I think you always have like an idea of what a family is,
Yeah.
Just sometimes I feel like that's something I want to try to make happen, It seemed like it'd be a real challenge.
Scared of marriage, but I was scared of divorce. Like my parents didn't get divorced. My parents are still together.
Oh, wow.
So I always felt like you only do this one time, and I was always more happy of the bullets I had dodged and the people that, I thought I would have married her. Like I was ready to marry, you know what I mean? And
Yeah. Then you'll see them years later and you're like,
you're like, oh my God. So yeah, happiness is what I'm after, not
Pregnancy too.
titles or idealistic situations. Like I just want to provide happiness and be provided that as well. And if you can get that situation, regardless of what it's called, that's gonna be nice.
Maybe I get too stuck on maybe I sometimes do get too like feeling like I have to fill in the blanks as opposed to what do I really want to create,
Right.
Like, or being like, what if I didn't get married? What would people think? Sometimes I'll get that stuck in my head,
Yeah.
I guess it's normal, but
Yeah, like I don't. I would hate to be put in a situation where I have to cheat on somebody. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like, what was the point?
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to set myself up for. That's a good point too. I don't want to set myself up for a situation that would be uncomfortable for me, or I would hurt somebody else's feelings either.
Right.
Yeah, that's something I would not enjoy.
But remember, as in your next life, you got a black woman coming, so things are gonna change.
Oh Lordy,
Things are gonna change.
it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be something.
God,
Right.
I'm gonna.
Have you experienced a black woman?
Yeah, Pretty much. I mean, I haven't dated just a black lady.
She wasn't our best representative.
No. I mean, there's a cute black lady that I met at the airport that if I see her again, I think I would try to ask her out, but I haven't seen her again. But I would be open to dating a cool black lady.
Hold on,
you know?
hold on. Let's talk specifically.
Okay.
About this one you're talking about.
Yeah, she just looked like really confident and nice smile. And pretty eyes, and I was like, man, there's just something about her.
Okay, all right. And she was where?
That I admired. She was working at the airport.
Working at the airport. That's
so she was a worker. She liked to work. She doesn't mind work. Like
hey, they're beautiful. Which airport was this?
This was at LAX.
You bet it was.
Yeah. So she was TSA approved too, you know. So
Right.
So yeah, if I see her again, I would try to.
No. We're seeing her again.
Okay.
We're seeing her again because you have this feeling already. You're only saying it like, well, you never know. I might not see. You're going to see her again, absolutely, because you're gonna ask her out. Beautiful, fantastic. Oh, she might. No, she's not watching. She might be watching.
I don't know.
She might be watching.
Do you do that? You put things like into, do you like do that, like speak things into existence type of thing?
I'm not powerful enough to do that, but I don't ignore things that I see in existence. So what I'm saying is I'm not going to ignore the fact that you're not saying abstract. Yeah, you know, if I saw a black woman that did something for me, I'd ask her out. No, you actively saw one.
Yeah.
Right. And this is recent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to be life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are black women a lot different, do you think?
Yes. Like,
Okay.
yes. Like, you know black guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Black women are nothing like black guys. Like I don't want to put so much pressure on this lady at the airport, but she doesn't know we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
No,
she doesn't.
Magnificent creatures. Okay. In slavery, black women were appreciated. You understand how difficult that is?
Yeah.
That's some hard shit to pull off.
Yeah.
I hate you guys, but not all of you. Some of you are wonderful, precious beings. Yeah. That's black women are almost unreal, and only because what it is that they possess, they don't. It's not on purpose. Like, you know how we feel about people on the spectrum? Like,
Oh yeah, they're magic.
right. The reverence that you and I have for that community, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to feel that with black women.
Wow.
Like they're really where the word nurture comes from. You know what I mean? Like the ability to give you something as a man that you never had before or felt before, and make it comfortable for you to access that. Like, no.
Really?
Yeah, really life-changing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, because this could be part of my 2025, man. It is.
It clearly is. Right.
Right.
We've said
Here
it.
we are. We've said it.
Yeah.
Well, you had a lot of last year. It seemed like you had a lot of predictions last year. You kind of became this oracle last year. Did you feel that? That people came to you, you almost became kind of like this, like a little bit of like a crystal ball, you know?
I'm honored to get to say the things that I say when I'm saying them, and because you know that I operate from a positive first standpoint in all things. Like, I assume that it's going to work out for the best. And I understand that if it is for the worst, then I'm prepared to handle that as well. But yeah, it was something.
Did you start to worry any about your own safety and stuff? Because it seemed like you really had some moments where you're kind of, almost channeling truths into the world. And some people don't like that. Some people don't want to. The dark side of things doesn't really probably enjoy that.
Well, what it was that I was attempting to do was impossible. So before I do this interview, there is no Illuminati. It's just a joke. It's just something that crazy people talk about. There's no such thing as our side and God's side. None of that is even real. Yeah. I got to come and make it real. I have to come and say, no. Everybody's not the same. So that's why when I said that, nobody came out and went, that's not true. I'm on God's side. Like, none of them. I'm just, the conversation was to show that there are spiritual things going on in the world and that there are things that are bigger than just coincidence, and that a ritual is something that you do over and over and over again a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If part of the ritual is wearing a dress, then we should be able to look through entertainment and see all of these people being made to wear a dress. That's what a ritual is. You know what I mean? Like, whether they're white or black, that doesn't matter. There's not other jobs where this is a requirement. Why is this? Yeah. Why is this so necessary?
Yeah, you don't see the dog catcher show up every other year.
Like, it's not a thing.
In a nice skirt, or you don't see an electrician.
Right. So
come up in a blouse every now and then.
Right. I'm saying a lot of people that doubt what you say don't read, and they haven't been readers. You know what I mean? Like, books were my life, literally. I thought that I could learn enough information to be an important person. You know what I mean? So I'm actively trying to eat information. Like,
do you have a favorite book?
No. Like, even when I said how many books I read, like, people are thinking maybe I'm reading 900 page. No. I'm reading 150, 200-page books, and I'm reading as many of them as I can because I'm trying to earn these pizza parties and these other weekly reader things that exist. My parents don't even celebrate holidays. I got to get my own gifts, bitch. I'm finna read myself into
a T-shirt and
mansion.
A personal pan pizza.
Right,
yeah.
Right. So I got those books, and then I got the ones I'm trying to learn from.
Yeah.
And those are separate. But what was your question?
Do you have a first book that you remember reading, like, or one that got read to you when you were a kid, or something that you really liked, like a book that set it off for you that was like, oh?
I read the Bible first. That's 66 books. So yeah, it kind of was my starting point in book reading, but it's not set up like a book technically. It's very disjointed, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I found that everything else I read was an easy read. You know what I mean? Like, I loved reading all of the classics because I felt like I was literally in this story. You know what I mean? And I could read multiple books at once, and I I, I was completely enthralled with reading.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just the idea of being able to take myself into a different place, It was like, and it really, I mean, words were really just fuel for your imagination. It's like, that's how you would get your head going.
Right, but I didn't want to use my imagination. I wanted this imagination. You see what I'm
You wanted
saying?
the information.
I wanted to know what Huckleberry Finn and I wanted to know what they were doing. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted the adventures. You know what I mean? Like, I was reading everything. Nancy Drew mysteries, like anything I could get my hands on. The Hardy Boys. Like, I'm reading that, and yeah. So many different stories that you start understanding what it takes for someone to be a winner in life, and you find out from reading thousands of books that if you can list the fucked up things that have happened in your life and you can put that on a list, and you somehow made it past all of this to be in a position where you can still go make some stuff happen, that's what you have in common with every hero of every story, of every autobiography, of every...
Wow.
Yeah. Is how much happened to you that should have broke you, that did not break you, so that you were able to then
Fucking ride. Amen.
And that's the fucking cream of the crop right there as I roll up this weed. Hearing a message like that is why I get up and do what the hell I do every day. Because I done been through so much shit, endured so much pain, yet I still create. Yet I still make life worth living. Hey, we can learn something from this shit. Tap in. Tap in.
Amen. Yeah.
Did y'all yeah, I'm trying to think of some of my favorite books when I was a kid. I don't even remember. When I was young, Where the Red Fern Grow. We had to read all kind of shit. They had one book that kept killing this dog in it. I felt so bad for him.
How many times can you kill a dog?
I mean, that thing was fucking really dead. I don't remember that. I don't know who wrote that bitch, but I think Stephen King wrote it. But that bitch was dead, bro. After the second chapter, I said, "This bitch is dead."
I think I only read one book he ever did because I couldn't read his books without going, "Hey, dude, whoever writes like this is a demon." And then he always had his picture on the back, and he looked scary,
Yeah, he looked like he owned a bunch of ravens or something. That dude, everybody, he had one book that the animals was kept being alive and dead.
Edgar Allan Poe was
he was a gangster too.
Oh,
he had a lot of women too. Bring up some of his ladies he had. Edgar Allan Poe's girlfriend. He had a flock I think he used to live in Virginia. You know that? Edgar Allan Poe. Click on a couple of his dimes he had. Look at these broads right here. Yeah. Just click on one of them. Damn.
Edgar Allan
right
Poe's
there,
bitches.
Baby. You tell him,
Edgar Allan Poe's hoes.
Shorty want a thug.
He was a clear pedophile.
Come on, man. Come on.
He was a clear pedophile. She looks 9.
Hey, Rod.
And it says she died when she was 24.
She had tuberculosis, boy, but before
That's
that,
how he liked him.
that's how he liked him, boy.
Oh shit.
Now she's cute.
No, come on now.
Right there, Princess, baby.
This is foster mother.
That was foster mother, whatever. Damn, bro, why you fucking helping me out? Fire.
These were supposed to be his hoes. This is his family members.
Hey, whatever. We got our
there
research
you
department.
go.
Now, what about right there, Virginia Clem, baby?
How you know what
That's
Right.
that's a
chicks
girlfriend.
look like?
Right, and that was the. I'm saying.
But he had some
Even today, that's heavy filters.
Yeah.
That was her looking good
Wonder
at
how
any
accurate
age
those
right
pictures
there.
are.
That particular pose,
Okay, I admit that's
you had to be a virgin to show that much neck. She was like, no one has ever. Yeah, pretty good. But what about her though?
Oh, wow. Let me see. Sarah Helen Whitman, a professional writer who met Edgar through the literary circles in New York.
Fellatio,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
otherworldly. That's the original Hawk to it. Sarah Helen Whitman.
Bro, she'll-
She get those curls going. Oh, you're gonna love it.
bounce, bounce, bounce.
Milk it, Sarah. Milk it.
Bro, she'll slurp you back to Saturn right there, man.
And then just wait a minute. Why did Zuckerberg come? Are they? Oh, jeez.
I don't know why they brought him up. You think
You
it was
have
like-
genius here.
Oh, we have the new hair. Yeah, he has the new hair.
Sarah
What do you think about a
Helen
lot of these? What do you
Zuckerberg.
think about a lot of these social media sites controlling how people communicate? What do you think about that, man? You fear that kind of stuff?
If it exists, it will be controlled and regulated.
That's just a fact.
Whatever it is, that's the game. The game is to how quick can we get this new thing controlled and regulated, right? And we are counting on them to provide this platform that we use to communicate on, right? So,
So it's a trade-off.
always has been. I'm saying if we understood that the internet itself is a government function, then how much privacy would you expect?
Right. Right. At that point, we're almost the fools for pretending that we would still have it. Privacy. Yeah.
Right. I'm saying.
Do you feel like in Hollywood that there are, I've heard you kind of allude to the fact that there's like kind of darker forces that kind of like, that present opportunities to people in trade-off, right? In trade for their own, maybe their own peace, maybe their own reality, maybe a sacrifice of their actual direction that they want. Do you think that really happens, that kind of stuff?
I think everything is controlled and regulated.
You think there's ever ways where we can get to the control room and see who's controlling, or you think that's all?
I think that's too
We're
high,
past that.
too out of reach.
We're past that. But we don't protect the whistleblower, right? We don't honor the scout that would tell us who it is. Matter of fact, when they get him, we're gonna go, I could have told you that was gonna happen. They're telling too much truth.
Do you think Hollywood has a lot of things that they like hold against people, Like I had a theory that,
A lot of this is human nature.
right, so it's not even Hollywood, it's just human nature.
It starts as human nature.
Right.
Like I'm saying, these things that I'm saying in Hollywood exist in religion circles, in politics, in the medical profession, and like Yeah.
In any circle of business, really.
Yeah.
They had a big bust with Puff Daddy where he got arrested. And then they've had like accusations and stuff. He hasn't gone on trial, I don't think yet. But do you think that there's been speculation that they did that because the timing of that was they wanted to like use other people that have allegedly been involved in some of his circles they wanted to kind of use like, okay, you could be next unless you help this political plan. Do you think that's at all possible?
That's how all cases are handled.
Yeah.
Right? So what am I saying? I'm saying if it's car theft and we're going to accuse you of having a carjacking ring, right? We're going to begin by bringing in people that we caught who were robbing cars, who said that you was the boss. They're first in line. And then we're going to bring in victims, the people whose cars you stole and said, yeah, that was him. That's how they build a case. So none of that should be shocking.
You don't put it past them.
It's part of what an investigation is.
But do you feel like they would say to someone, okay, we're going to bring you in unless...
Absolutely. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like in the rap world, like all of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, is to acquire those. It's like saying, you know, if you're playing chess, do you have any pawns? You have to, don't you? You can't start without them.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Man, so how do you know who is... That's part of the game, huh? You don't know.
It's part of the game.
You don't know till you know.
Yeah, it kind of makes it exciting, too, when you think about it.
It can be exciting and depressing. Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do a rap album?
Yep.
You did?
Several.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't research that.
No problem. I didn't put them out.
Oh.
You asked me, did I do them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have some collabs on them with anybody? Did you have somebody help you produce some stuff? Master P, maybe, anything like that?
Well, sure, he would be honored that of all people, you name dropped him. No,
I'm just thinking of somebody
sorry.
from Louisiana.
Right. What a blessing.
When I was in college, they had, it was like Master P, it was like Silk the Shocker, like that whole cabal was really, really vibing, right?
Yes.
So they used to have, they would all come to LSU and play at the basketball courts, and they would have these guys who would stand on the side and hold their clothes, and they were dressed like kind of Native Americans, like almost like Black Indians kind of. And some of them would have on like little headdresses and stuff, and they would have them all holding their clothes and shoes on the side of the court. It was a vibe, man.
Yeah, all through that period of time, that whole No Limit empire was really, really magnificent to the fan base. Like, they really went the places where people wanted to see them and delivered a show like we weren't used to, because there was so many acts.
Yeah, they had a lot of the whole group.
You know what I mean? Like, there was...
They had,
They all came together and like put on a show that was just unbelievable in all venues. It was extraordinary to watch.
Did you ever tour with a rap? Did you ever? Because sometimes you'll have like musicians and rappers or musicians and comedians tour together.
Yeah.
You have? Mm-hmm. I just don't know. Some people like that. Some people don't.
Yeah, I have Lil Mo on, has been on our tour probably for the last 3 or 4 years. And the Lady of Rage as well comes out. Music is a wonderful partner to comedy, you know, and we try to
It is, for sure.
use that. Music and comedy are interspersed in my life, so it's always a part of my set, and yeah, I'm a huge music fan.
Are you a instrumentalist? You play anything?
No, I play nothing, and I cannot sing. Can't sing, can't play anything, which makes me one of the greatest music listeners. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's what I like, and I like immerse myself. You know, like there's like albums that represent like whole periods of my life. You know what I mean? Like that album Counting Crows. August and
Oh yeah, everything after. Down up in New Amsterdam.
Like I know every song, every beat, every word, like because of where I was at the time, and then Pearl Jam's
Yeah.
Love Pearl Jam.
10.
At home, drawing pictures of mountaintops. Yeah.
With him on top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to stuff that it made me feel like they're really singing about me.
yeah.
Like
How I think or feel some moment.
all of it. Like, yeah.
Remember Shy? Remember that group came out? And if I ever fall. Remember them? I can't sing
I
either.
do. You did pretty good.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
They
that.
would be proud.
They were good, bro.
They were.
They were good.
But that was a great time for music
That was,
of all
man.
genres. You know what I mean? Like, good music was just good music. And yeah.
Yeah, I remember I'm trying to think of one of the first. Oh, I went to a
Shy.
Green Day.
You're going to make a great black guy.
Oh, yeah. And they had Tevin Campbell. Remember him? Can we talk
Right.
for a minute?
Tevin Campbell.
Girl, I want to know your name. I'm like, well, fucking just go talk to her then. Damn, bro, you fucking.
No,
Same
like,
to you,
tell the
motherfucker.
truth. When we saw him and we heard the song, we were like, are you sure you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
No wonder you're so trepidatious.
That's true. That's true. He really had a different.
Right.
The sequel to that song was a surprise. Huh? We'll just say like that, man. The sequel was a surprise. That was a good time, though.
Right.
That was a good time.
It was a good time.
Man.
When was that?
That was late '90s, I think. Did you ever get to meet Michael Jackson before?
No, I got to meet Prince.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you ever get to go bike riding with him
They're
or anything
like
like that?
brothers.
Who's that?
Prince.
I think bike riding may been the only thing we. Yeah, no. I don't. He wasn't doing bike riding. He had an experience.
I personally feel like Prince and Katt Williams are twins, bro. They gotta be like brothers from another mother. You're damn right. I said that. Katt Williams and Prince are like brothers from another mother. Everybody has to agree with that, or have said that, or have thought that at some point in their life. Katt Williams just a little darker. That's it. Oh, he don't dress as shiny as Prince, but maybe he does. I don't know.
Let's see. So when I meet him, I'm 12. I guess he's 18, 19.
Oh, you met him when you were 12?
Yeah, I knew him my whole. I'm saying from 12 till he left. That was I knew him the whole time. Like, yeah, he was a magnificent one of a kind individual. Like I got to he lived different lives. Like he wasn't where we are, and we're talking about how we need to,
Navigate the
reinvent, and he was like the master at that. You know what I mean? Like he was only going to be this version of himself for a very short amount of time until he had mastered it, and then he was gonna go to something else.
Wow.
And
He always had that energy, huh?
yeah, he was. Yeah, but when I met him, he was already a millionaire, and so I couldn't initially understand what kept driving him, because it just seemed to me like he was never happy, because every time I would see him, he had achieved like 30 new things and had purchased like 100 new things, and still yet he was working like he didn't,
Yeah.
And I probably was just not understanding what work ethic was, but yeah, I learned a lot from that guy. I met Shaq when I was 16.
Damn, where at, you think?
I know where. In Orlando, his rookie year.
Yeah, because he played at LSU, man.
Yeah, great guy. Great guy.
Big Shaq.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dude, if I was that big, I couldn't get my big ass out of bed at that size, man. It'd be so hard, hard because sometimes it's kind of hard at even a regular size to
I
get
don't
up.
believe that.
Dude, you know how hard it is to get a big old, look at it right there. It's
right.
so hard to get up when you big.
Right.
I watch my aunt get up sometime like she ain't gonna get up. You know what I'm talking about? You ever see somebody and you're like, she ain't gonna get up.
That's when
they figure it out.
When all of the places were catching on fire, that was my first thought, was like, nobody on my 600-pound life is gonna make it out of none of this. Like,
It's
what?
fucked up.
Like,
Fucked up. That's where it's like.
Yeah, that show's over, bro.
like there's a whole portion of the population that can't get up.
Yeah.
That's where it's fucked up. And you got to start doing a little reevaluating on your health, because that's one of the main reasons why I'm terrified of being big as hell, because if it's any kind of natural disaster or a motherfucker trying to rob something or anything else pop off, how my big ass gonna get away? You feel me? Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up in the game, man. You feel me?
Like, everybody's like, evacuate. And somebody just shit in the bed. I did evacuate.
Yeah. They evacuate, they just look the other way. That's their evacuating. Just lean away from the warm.
Flip the pillow.
Man, yeah. Did you, what did you and Prince do? Did y'all ever go out to eat or nothing? Like, what did he like to do? Because he's
No, so, like, you know how some people have chefs? Like, he was beyond that. Like, he wanted a chef to know what he was preparing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, he wasn't vegan the whole time I knew him, He was just vegan for this portion. But before that, he had a whole different thing. But he would have an Italian chef to make Italian when that's what he was having. And he, like, to the extreme.
He was extreme.
Like, yeah. So, you would get the most beautiful meals around this dude because he was a foodie. So you
Oh
know,
damn! I'd love to watch him eat a little snack or something, a little
What?
creme brulee or a little big scoop of ice cream. I'd love to see that because he was kind of smaller, wasn't he?
I'm
big?
5'5", so
You are?
it never really factored in.
Oh, you bigger than him, I think.
Yeah. But I'm saying I wasn't gazing at him while he was eating.
Yeah, sorry,
yeah, we always had enough women around for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't there in a longing fashion.
Yeah, let's clear that up. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Somehow I just like to watch a small person if they get up against a real hard scoop of ice cream, they fucking can't handle that bitch, you know?
No, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Rewind that again.
Okay, sorry.
Somehow I missed that, and I can't accept it.
No, I just sometimes if somebody, I know like if I get up if it's a real cold scoop of ice cream and it's hard to get with a spoon or something, I just imagine like a smaller guy battling that bitch, bro. Just fucking.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit!
So that's what I
wanted you to
envision.
acknowledge how funny that.
I just want to envision in my head, Prince. Just got 2 or 3 spoons going on that bitch. He gonna get in there.
He'd have whooped your ass.
He probably would have. And blessings, man.
I'd have had to pull him off.
He's a purple superhero, and he is the king, man.
In real life, yeah.
I'm just joking, Prince. If your spirit is here, I'm sure it is somewhere.
It is indeed, yeah. And he had a great sense of humor.
Oh, I saw him stop in. I was in Minneapolis. They used to have this place called trying to think of the name.
And he got more pussy than you.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course he did. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it took me half a second to realize that. Yeah, of course he did. Bro. Damn, boy. Yeah. Well, no, they had a place though that he would go perform sometimes on a certain night. It was in Minneapolis, and a lot of musicians would show up. And one night he showed up there, man, and it was amazing.
Theo's getting some coochie.
It was just random people would get together and play. But
No, he loved that probably more than anything else. Like, he loved that more than touring. He loved that more than anything is jam sessions. Yeah. And he had places all over the globe, and he was welcomed at, I'm saying, you're talking about a guy that played 26 instruments. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about a guy that, like, most people, yeah.
Just magical, huh?
If you couldn't learn from what he did, then you just pass learning. You know what I mean? Like, the shit resonates regardless of what it is you're trying to do.
Right.
And so, I was blessed to
even be around him, huh?
Yeah, just to be able to witness a short, young black guy navigate the highest echelons of entertainment and still be holding on to things that he doesn't do and won't do, and still feeling like he needs to look out for other musicians and other artists, and still trying not to bring shame on his fans or other black people or music lovers, or just a wonderful human. That's what you can learn.
Shit, now I feel bad about making that joke, but I feel okay still. I mean, I feel
you should.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did when you were growing up, did you ever have like a TV like a TV father kind of, like I had, like I'm trying to think of influences that you had when you were young. Like I had like Little House on the Prairie was a show I would watch that they had. Michael Landon was on it, and then they had like In the Heat of the Night. I really liked that show.
Now wait a minute.
I'm trying to.
Who was the father figure on In the Heat of the Night?
Oh,
Was the black guy your father figure?
Who, Virgil Tibbs? Dude?
Virgil Tibbs.
Yeah, brother, he was good. I will tell you this: I met his wife at or not his wife, but
The lady that played his
yes,
wife?
that's her right there. Virgil and Sophia was his wife in the show, I think.
She was way smaller than you thought, right?
She was very beautiful, and I saw her at a breakfast place, and I was like, I cannot go back in there and tell her, and I did, and it was she. I think she kind of appreciated it, but it was still pretty awkward, I think. But she's very beautiful. But yeah, I liked him, and Carol O'Connor was in it. But in the heat of the night.
Right.
That shit was good. I loved that. What else did I like? I'm trying to think of a show where I had like a TV dad. Did you have like a TV family or someone that you kind of liked?
As a black man, I had a real father. So I wasn't looking at TV for the images of a real good black father because I had one. You know what I mean? So for me, it was a little interesting just to see how other fathers were portrayed, you know? And, I more enjoyed like seeing the dynamics of other families and how things went for them because that's the only way that I knew, oh, I don't have that type of upbringing at all. Wow, that's, I didn't even know my mother was supposed to love me. Like, I didn't know that was.
Sorry to laugh, man, but yeah.
She's never kissed me in my life. I didn't know she was supposed to like me like that. Like that. I'm saying
sorry.
she made sure I ate, but I had clean clothes. But I'm saying I didn't.
It'd have been shocking if I. My mom was always working. I would be like, Mom, tell me you love me. And she'd be like, I gotta move this box over here. That's what she would be like. I'm like, Mom, how do you feel about me? She's like, oh, we got to put all these boxes away. She always had something to do, you know? Like if a feeling came up, my mom just couldn't have it, you know? No,
right.
I love you, Mom. It's funny. Now it's funny.
Right. But now you can.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous, though.
I
was like, Mom, how do you feel about me? She's like, we got to get this car to start. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Where's the vacuum? Right.
Yeah,
right.
That was it. That's what I think. That's what I always was looking for me.
But these are the things that guarantee success. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's part of what's on that list that, you know, you got certain things against you. You're going to be successful.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be in a position where you can rectify things. You know that you're way more appreciative of love because of that. You're in a position where you can still be loved, you know, by the black lady at the airport.
Yeah.
2025.
My little layover lady. That's what I'm gonna call her, my little layover. I've seen you. This is something that I thought. There's only two things that I think that I've seen, and I'm not sure. One of them was that Santa Claus, when I was a kid, that they brought us outside and they had a real sleigh go by in the air. It was an airplane that they disguised as a sleigh in our town. Mm-hmm. The second one is I thought I saw you riding bikes down Sunset Boulevard.
Right. So now the funniest part of all of that.
A true story?
It's because all of your stories are true, right? But the whole thing is, when you're telling this story, we ride by on these bikes with lights on them.
Yeah, like from the future.
Circus members. But really, this is $1.5 million worth of Can-Am spiders. Oh, 8 of them. $200,000 apiece. Me and Suge going down Sunset.
Oh yeah, I didn't see those, man. I'm sorry. I saw some bitches. Somebody
In his
covered them
story.
bitches.
Katt Williams came by and with a Shetland pony. He had neon lights on the hooves.
Somebody spray painted silly string on the back of
Cat
that.
stood
bitch.
up with a violin. Start playing it.
Do you believe in life after life? Yeah, I swear to God, I'm standing on the porch. I look over there,
Right.
and you had done one of those things where you stand up but keep, you know what I'm saying? It's just, when you're
Yeah.
riding down the street.
I'm 5'5", so I do that better than most.
Okay. And I said, damn, there he goes, bruh.
Right.
And by the time I got anybody's attention, nobody believed me. So that's why I think it had a lot of that same, like when you saw Santa, type of energy.
Right. Well, understand, I didn't take away from the myth. I just clarified.
Yeah. No, good. Because I thought I was crazy for thinking that.
Right.
What do you see happening in 2025, Katt? This is where we get to where, like, what do you feel like? What do you feel like are things we can look forward to, things we can stay conscious of? Can I bum another cigarette by chance, man? You got an extra on you?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Yeah, so
Let me get that bitch, get my lungs up.
we're already in 2025, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You right already.
yeah. See there? So the whole thing is we're not this thing does not happen in yearly cycles. Like it's not a every 12 months thing. It's not how it works. So the age of truth is not 1 year. It's the beginning of people having more of a thirst for what is true than an appetite for lies. So if you sell lies, it's a harder road for you. If you have truths to tell, people are hungry for that, and they'll pay you handsomely to hear the truth. Wasn't always that way. It's that way right now in real time. Whatever that means to you, that's the battle that's going on. Is people who profit from the manipulation of others by getting you to believe something that's not the case. And that's how they make their living. And it is now a difficult time for those entities.
Do you think that there is actual cloning going on?
We know that there's actual cloning going on. The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there.
That's been
That's
happening
not
for
a
years.
myth or
No, that's been known.
that's not a conspiracy theory that we are at the point where we have no problem cloning animals. If you lose a pet, you can send away to these companies and they will
They'll fucking remix that bitch and send it back.
Right.
Yeah.
At as close a proximity as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Right? That we know is possible. Okay. So now
Through Viagen Pets right there.
so that's in the animal world. So now in the human world, we know that there are multiple surgeries that we know we can replace this with that. All the way up to, what's our last achievement? Is it heart? The guy passed away with a pig heart. But it worked for, I'm saying.
Let me see that. Bring up that pig-hearted guy. Right there.
Yeah. Two people have received a
Genetically modified pig heart transplant. David Bennett and Lawrence Fawcett. Both were performed in Maryland.
Creepy.
So
But if it works,
there's not
The evidence is there.
very much left on what it would take as far as abilities go. So
Do you think there's any artists now that you think are not the same artists that we thought they were?
if we're only speaking of biology, I've heard that a man's G-spot is in his anal passage, which means I'm going to go my whole life without ever experiencing it.
Yeah.
By the same token, everybody is a reflection of what they got to go through to get to where they at, right? And I just know that the people that have been in positions where they decided to do some stuff that they said they weren't going to do, they don't be the same on the other side. Nothing they can do can make them seem like what you remember them as.
Have you
I
ever
call it spiritual because I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you ever faced that in your own life where people try to come at you for offers like that? Do you think that like stars and get offered that kind of thing? Like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment?
he said so, I think.
Again, the things that we are discussing exist in each of the fields.
Every sector.
Right. Any
that-
field.
Right. Not entertainment exclusively, politics, religion, science, everywhere, right? Some of this is human nature, right? Because we listen and we don't judge.
Were there things that you didn't take in your career that you feel like
Mic
were like are there things to look out for, do you feel like? Like
There wasn't for me because I knew I wasn't going to take it, but I did want to get offered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the stuff I wouldn't have believed until I had to get to a certain level to get to see the proof. You know what I mean? So I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no. That he get whatever he want. You follow what I'm saying?
they'll
So-
figure out some way.
Right. So I thought that didn't apply to me because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right?
Yeah.
And then he offered me 2 actresses like they was playing cards. And I was like, what?
Like he just jilted it. Like, oh,
He was like, I know you.
damn.
Right. Like, what?
Some aces. Damn.
No, my personal aces.
Yeah. Did you think
Right.
about it?
Look, I'm not. In these scary situations, I don't even leave it up to me. Like, I'm going to do what the superhero would do in this part of the movie, regardless, and deal with what happens after. Yeah. Just because it's a story, and I know it's a story.
Right.
It's my story. You know what I mean? So I can't.
That's a good way to think about things in general.
Yeah.
What would the superhero do right now?
Yeah, because I'm saying, I read about Jesus getting to the mountaintop and the devil saying you can have all of this, and him saying you don't have anything to offer me. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I got to look up to. So I'm going to follow suit in the best version I can, regardless of anything else.
Do you have a comedian that passed away that you really like, that you miss a lot? I mean, I know there's been a lot of them. But did you have like
I was
a real?
just getting ready to say I miss so many. Like,
Did you have like a brother in comedy? Like
I miss so many.
what was Bernie Mac like? Was he a super guy? Because I never seen anybody like him.
That's a great place to start. No, you never saw anybody like him just because there wasn't anybody like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the things people pretend to do and talk themselves up to be, and he was that already. I went down to his show when he was taping, and they were saying he wasn't feeling good. And I left there feeling like they're murdering this dude. Like he had a lung problem, right? And the doctors told him that he just had to take time away from the show and he could come back when he was okay, right? And his contract wouldn't let him.
Oh yeah.
And they made him work through, like, yeah. But I miss all of the comedy angels that I came in contact with, from Charlie Murphy to Heavy D. I miss Heavy D. John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Like, we lost some really great comics. I miss Ronaldo Ray. I miss, it's been a lot.
Bring up a picture of Ronaldo Ray. I'm just not familiar with him, just so I can see what he looks like.
He was probably cool with Paul Mooney too. I love Paul Mooney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he play in the Cosby Show? Was he the grandfather?
He was a brilliant individual. Like, he had multiple master's degrees and was an art collector and a real legendary guy.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. What
What about Bill Cosby? Did you ever get to meet him or not? Before he had all the problems?
Is being a rapist one of the problems?
Oh, okay, sorry.
You said it like before he got scurvy.
Yeah, bro, sorry, bro. I did. But yeah, what was he like before that, man?
Right. I don't know. He comedically, like, he has some works comedically that you could put up there in the pantheon of joke telling.
Oh yeah, he had so many albums when I was a kid that like our parents would play in the car, stuff like that.
Right, and he spent a good portion of his televised career really making black men and black families look really good in a time when that was not a popular thing to do. None of that supersedes rapist.
No.
But I was glad to not be a fan of his, just because, we liked Richard Pryor, and you had to kind of like, which way are you? Are you Richard Pryor, Red Fox, or are you Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely different then. What else is going on?
Please don't have an R. Kelly question next.
I do not have an R. Kelly question. No. No, I don't. Did you get to go to Bernie Mac's funeral? Did he have a big funeral?
Steve Harvey was at his funeral, so I wouldn't have been there anyway.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dive into that. What's up with that?
What else?
I'll be able to tell you when you're black.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm not doing that good right now on it.
You're doing great.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Thanks, man. Was it scary for you to be a parent whenever you decided you wanted to be a parent?
Oh yeah. 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 That's one of those things where it's only looking back that you realize, oh, I was not in any way qualified for that job. like, you know, but you try so hard, you know, and it means everything, but yeah, it's exciting and scary. Like you can't. So you don't have any kids.
No. I would like to have some children, but
Well, if you have one child, you're not gonna have the drug issue to deal with ever again.
Really?
Yeah, because it's going to you can't do them both.
Right.
You can't do them both.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you
As soon as you have, and it doesn't matter how you get this child.
okay.
The second you become a father and this life is dependent upon you, like you're gonna devote everything to that, and you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to, because only somebody with your experiences will be able to deal with not being able to sleep for like 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just on this baby's schedule that has no schedule except, yeah, it's crazy. Life-changing doesn't even say the half of it. But, you know, do you have pets? Mm-mm. See, this is the thing. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get started soon.
This is what's keeping you able to be in this world, is because you've not given yourself a life responsibility. You see what I'm saying?
I think that's why I became a comedian, because I didn't want any responsibilities, really,
Right.
in a lot of ways.
Right.
But I think there's a big part of me that starts to feel like, yeah, I'm missing out if I don't. If I'm missing out, but I just want to know, I want to have every experience I can, you know?
Right. And you can.
Yeah.
And this is the vehicle for that. You know what I mean? That's what a coincidence that all your life will line up for you to want to do that. And then to meet a girl at the airport that already loves to fly and travel and
make sure I don't have any illegal substances on me too at the same time.
just because you're not going to need them.
Are you a pet owner? You a big pet owner, man? I've heard that you got some animals over there.
Yeah, I love the animals.
I've heard you got a couple horses, things like that.
They're great. Yeah, ducks. Like I got.
How many ducks do you have, Katt?
Between 19 and 21. I just say that because a couple were there when I first got the place and they never left, right? So they're there, but everybody else we raise from eggs, you know, that you go down to, what's the name of that place? Tractor Supply.
Oh, Tractor Supply.
Yeah, you go to Tractor Supply and
Oh, in the feed and seed shop?
you do
It's
the
like a
right.
pork
You do the
shield on
incubators. So, yeah, so it's beautiful because they're all black. you
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
We need more of that. We need everybody.
Diversity in the duck world.
Oh, hell yeah, dog. I'm sick of seeing these fucking swans, bruh. You know what I'm saying? These rich-ass, long-neck motherfuckers, bruh.
No, we have geese too.
But I'm just saying, we need some fucking bangers in there, dog.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
need some dark ducks in this bitch.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
some, bring up a couple of black ducks, man. I would love to see those right now. Because I'm used to seeing mallards, I've seen for sure. But I've never seen some really good darker ducks. So that's a beautiful one right there.
None of these are black ducks. Oh, sorry.
Well, get one, but no, get one in
Okay,
the
yeah,
bottom.
there we go.
Oh, there
That
we
western black duck.
go. That western black.
That's an all black duck.
Oh,
That's fine.
hell yeah.
Yeah. But mine are,
Oh, that's fucking Mallard Luther King right there, bro. That thing dark as hell, dude. Sorry, bro.
you're going to make a great black guy. Mallard Luther, that could be his name.
And that is actually a beautiful name for a duck.
For that duck specifically.
It is.
Mallard Luther, the king. Yes.
Do you think, some people think that guys like Martin Luther King were compromised by the CIA. Do you ever believe stuff like that?
Well, this kind of goes back to
Like there's a lot of conspiracy theory stuff about that, you know?
somebody says it's a conspiracy, but that doesn't make it the case.
Agreed.
In both of these cases that we've had these conversations, we are talking about the FBI and the CIA. So what do you think they do? So maybe we're unclear about what we think these agencies do. So now the question becomes, hey, do you think they be doing their job? I do. I do think they be doing their job. You mean all through history? Yes. Yes, I think they keep on doing their job. You think they get everybody? I think they get everybody.
I honestly think that there's a certain age you reach as a black man with standard moral code ethics. You automatically turn to a nigga just like Katt. Because my granddaddy just like Katt Williams, man. Mannerisms, word choice, jokes, all that. He just like my granddad. Smooth, vibe. You know, he bald now, but back in the day, he had very long, curled hair. They like the same people, for real, I ain't gonna lie.
So again, not conspiracy theory at all. I'm saying the only way that there could be a FBI file for us to be able to get 30 years after his death is if there's an FBI file, correct?
Right.
Right.
Damn, bro. Nobody could trust anybody. And that's the scary part to me sometimes.
The Bible said, do not put your trust in men. It's pretty specific. Why? Well, because everybody can be compromised except you.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in God, then it's pretty messed up because now you only got you to believe in. But if you got you and God, you can believe in both of those. You can have peace then.
Have you had times in your life where you struggled having God in your life, or what's that been like for you?
No.
Do you have a practice that you use kind of to like one of my goals this year is to have more God in my life, right? So for me, I'm just using like more times where I stop and pray. Like even sometimes moments of my head will pop in like, you should hit your knees right now and pray. And sometimes I just don't do those. I just go and keep doing about my day. But now when those hit me, I'm trying to just make sure I do that, you know, just like, because it's like an intuition that I have, you know, just because I want to have a stronger practice.
And understand it's the reason that it's special is because only you're gonna know that it's working, right? There's gonna be no evidence other than the evidence, but you're gonna know that, like I talk to God 5 and 6 times a day. he has an accurate account of how I'm feeling about everything, how I think things are going, what I feel like I'm doing good at, what I feel like I need help with. These are our conversations. So I don't wonder why stuff gets moved out of my way, because I asked for things to be moved out of my way. Like you asked earlier, like, aren't you scared? Like, I'm not allowed to be scared because I'm not counting on me. Like, you can't fuck me up because you're not allowed to fuck me up. And I've been in enough situations to know that he ain't let me down yet. Like, every time I needed his safety, it was there.
Yeah.
And will be. And the more times you communicate, the better the relationship is. And then you'll find that that works with the black girl from the airport, too. Like, communication is key.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, man.
Right.
Literally, huh?
You're perfect when you don't even try. Bam.
I've heard you say that you feel like we're about to enter like a golden era. What do you mean kind of by that? Like what feelings do you have about that? And what can we look forward to?
I was just trying to be super positive at the time. I wasn't trying to be actually accurate with the question.
Okay.
The question was asked, I think, almost on New Year's or something like that, or Christmas, something like that. It was pretty close to the top of the year, so I didn't want to say anything that would make anybody uncomfortable or awkward. But the Bible has a book called Revelations, right? Mm-hmm. And it gives you this little metaphorical rundown of how things should go.
Bring it up real quick, Revelations. We can get a look at it. There we go. Book of Revelation or Book of the Apocalypse, the final book of the New Testament.
Correct. So now, it talks about the things that will happen in what's called the last days, right? Before the second coming of Jesus, right? Because my whole life I was just trying to figure out, like, whatever it would take for Jesus to come back, why aren't all of the people around the world that love Jesus, why aren't they making sure that happens?
Yeah.
So he would come back.
Yeah. Yeah, like Santa, they leave milk and cookies out. You know what I'm saying? You think we would fucking leave out a couple of freaking...
We're willing to go buy the presents ourselves and say you delivered them.
Put some sacred snacks out for him or something.
Right. So, you know, it just tells a story of the little key things that will happen that you can look forward to before things get there, right? And so it talks about things like all of the nations will have to come together and make a group called the United Nations, you know, and this was written way back then, and we have a United Nations now.
Yeah.
And it talks about there being wars and reports of wars in multiple places, and it gives us a little guideline just to what may be happening in the future.
Like whenever Jesus comes back, where do you think it'll be at?
Well, the Bible is generally pretty specific about places generally. So, like it talks about Armageddon, right? And there's this actual valley of Armageddon. I'm going to mispronounce it, but Armageddon. But the valley of Armageddon that's supposed to take place, there's this valley that is named after, which really exists. Mm-hmm. But wherever it is, he's going to bring it up. But there's probably a war there now.
Right.
Right. So, here we are.
The Valley of Megiddo, also known as Jezreel Valley, is a large fertile plain in northern Israel. It's known for its historical, theological, and geographical significance. Oh, wow. And there's a lot of war going on right there, right now.
Correct.
So TBD, huh? What are some of the other animals that you have there? I have heard that you have horses over there. Is that true, Katt, that you have some horses over there?
The donkeys are the stars over there. But donkeys, yeah, we got a lot of, we have cows, mini cows. Those are the best kind. Mini cows and
how big are they?
Pot-belly pigs. Probably about the right there.
A mini cow?
Yeah, but
bring up a mini cow real quick. I want to see one of them. They're beautiful too. My sister has a picture of a couple of them at her house. Beautiful.
Yeah, if we can find a white one, that'll be like Cash.
That's your name, Cash?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. Wow. And are those milkable?
He's a boy, so I don't need
Oh, damn. Well, yeah. Not it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So, the blessing, he has no idea he's many.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, ours is bigger than that, but yeah.
A beautiful little one right there.
Yeah, they're really fun.
And do you name, so that one's named Cash, and what other name do you have for these animals?
Well, all the animals have names, except animals that might be delicious. Like goat is like my favorite meat, I think. Yeah. And so we have quite a few,
And are you eating goat?
Not Billy, he's the king of all the goats, yeah. Right. But
you have a little bit of goat. How much goat are you having monthly, you think?
Weekly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So Katt got him a little bit of money if he having that weekly goat meal, that, boy.
I'm a cannibal,
Yes, sir. Yes,
goat
sir.
Eat goat.
Hey, man, goats eat goat.
Right.
I love that.
He's making a little money.
Sorry. I'm just trying to. I think sometimes I was so nervous about who you are because you seem like such a you almost seem like something that came down off of Mount Rushmore to spend time with us today. So I think that's like the mystique about you. So I think sometimes I don't know when it's like okay to joke around and stuff, So you just try and figure it out as you go,
I hope that is not correct and you're just saying that because it is always okay to joke around me.
No, I appreciate that. I definitely feel that for sure more than other interviews. I'm trying to think of what else I want to ask you about. This is the best picture I ever got about it. Someone sent this and they said, this is Katt Williams talking to Cam Newton, somebody said.
Right.
And that's what I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Everything, yeah, we know that stupid picture of me. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Can we take that down? That's unbelievable.
Very racist. You see how it became racist to me, though? Yeah. No, but here's the facts. The facts are, everything we know about history, we know because of artifacts, things that were left behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so to be heavily into the culture in a way that is represented is
pretty cool.
it's a pretty big deal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should make one next year if we made one and we made a charity for it or something. That could be cool.
Right, but we would have to do you one too. So like there would have to be a Theo Von as well.
I mean, I would be happy to do that. Yours is the one they're already using without your permission.
That's what I'm saying. They're already doing mine.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe we'll try to find one. That'd be kind of a neat. Maybe we could do something where we raise some money for something.
I would love it. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
That's cool.
We should do it for. Yeah,
I'd be happy.
We should do it for autism. We should do it for people on the spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do they have? And everybody has autism. Do they have all types of people with autism? Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would love to do that. That's a cool idea. And do you? My last question for you, Katt. Do you know any Native Americans you ever met any over the years? What's that been like?
Really cool. Like way more. I'm trying to figure out how to say it, but like,
Because I've just heard some of these are just things that I've heard.
when I met this tribe that several times I've met several tribes, but the whole thing is,
Oh yeah.
you get this thing around them that you understand that they've been standing here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's you understand how difficult it is to carry legacies and stories, even though your people have been getting
Emaciated.
destroyed, and then when it's all as bad as it could possibly be and everything is destroyed of your whole legacy, then they give you unlimited money and have casinos. It's a mind-blowing thing to watch a group of people still carry their legacy along, and that's what you get. And they know so much about so much, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
like, and I'm an outdoor guy, like, and they know everything about everything. Like, fishing with them is like a whole different experience.
They'll whistle
Like,
and the bitches in the
like,
boat.
they don't make no mistakes. Like, that whole part where you don't catch fish, they don't know shit about that.
Yeah, they catching bitches and half of them cooked. They catching bitches. They do it right.
I want you to come out of the water boneless. Fillets.
Have with outdoor stuff, have you ever done any like camping or anything like that? You ever done any long camps? Did you ever do like a plant medicine retreat or anything like that?
No, but having 100-acre ranch, you start getting into trying to make sure because first you have to figure out what you already have there. You know what I mean? Because aren't you like close to Nashville?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so I'm out in Mississippi on this farm, you see? And so, you're learning what's out there, and then you're trying to accentuate what's already out there. And because I think we probably got like 300 deer, like.
Wow. And they just running around everywhere?
Yeah. Yeah. Because the way Progress worked, they kept getting pinned in, and then there was a golf course, and so they had a little safe area in between them, and then when houses start going in, then it became neighborhood
Less and less.
gated community, and now there's nowhere else for them to be. And this particular area is where they all came to. So, pretty wonderful.
Yeah, I could see you having like a cool petting zoo or something one day if you wanted to, and you ever quit or just wanted to have a peaceful animal type of, or a safari, something like that.
Yeah.
Cats.
I'm never trying to do something that requires interaction. Like what I'm doing is creating heaven on earth,
Yeah.
right? So that means finding out all of the things that really make you jump for joy and excited and make you go, oh, and collecting those around yourself. So that no matter what it is you have to deal with in the world, you can come back to this little heavenly environment that you have created
That's it.
that fuels you,
Yeah, that's the tour right there.
Yeah.
Heaven on earth.
as it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katt, man, thank you so much for spending time with me today, man. And
I
just thanks for
appreciate
thanks for just so many things, so many quotable moments from your life that you've shared with us, and yeah, it's an honor, bro. I really feel honored
Likewise.
to be in your presence today, and just I can't even believe it. So thank you so much.
Likewise.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm floating.
Man, listen. I'm so fucking happy that long ass interview is over with. Listen. I'm so happy I can finally go to bed. Oh my God. My ghetto soundboard. Let's give these two gentlemen a round of applause. Love Theo Von, love Katt Williams, of course. I think he let out a couple more truth bombs. It was hard for me to kind of keep my eyes open towards the end there. You smoke a little bit, and it's 1:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I should have been in the bed, but I rocked back and forth enough to keep myself, pretty much intact with what was being said for the most part. But it was overall a very good conversation. I think Theo Von asked really good questions, and he is very intuitive and engaged with the people that he invites onto his podcast. I haven't watched much of it, but whenever I see him talking to people, it could even be on someone else's podcast. He's always asking some pretty funny stuff and just being himself the whole time. He ain't putting on a front. You know what I'm saying? He's very respectable. He's a very respectable guy. Those are typically the type of white guys that I bump into in my life. So I would definitely consider him a friend if we ever bumped into each other, and if we had some work together or something, and he wanted to just like shoot the shit, I'd be like, yeah, you pretty cool. You cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Katt Williams, of course, man, he's just a funny dude. Always a pleasure to hear him speaking in the interview about all these legendary people like Bernie Mac and Prince. Good stuff, man. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment. You already know what the fuck it is. Didn't know. Now you know. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to go catch some Z's now.